Hello, everybody. It's a rainy November Saturday. Sunday's tomorrow. And I just got mail backed up here. I wanted to go over with you. Some of it, a lot of TTM stuff, which is great. We love that. I made my first trading card database trade. So shout out to Don't Talk to Robots for putting together a great tutorial on how to do that and taking some of the mystery out of it. And I just threw up some football and basketball cards and a couple hockey cards that I had sitting around that were nicely ordered, and was able to put together a trade for a couple Kraken cards. And I'm toying with the idea of launching a football set. I'll show you what that is in a second here. We'll do the trade first. As you know, I'm putting together a Kraken all-time roster project. And for the unsigned cards, well, really, and for the signed cards, I'm going with any uniform to start. Because, as you know, if you have a favorite team, some players never get cards in uniform. And I still want to be able to do the project. So I'm starting with non-Kraken uniform cards like this Yanni Gord, who was my first TTM last week. Check out that video right there. And from there, I will add cards in uniform as they come out. I do have a box of Series 1 Upper Deck for this next year, 2021-22, pre-ordered. They've moved the date back 3 times already. I think we're back to early January now. I'll get it when I get it, but it'll have Kraken cards. They probably won't be in uniform, but it'll still be cool to get Yanni Gord. It says Seattle Kraken, has the logo. And I'm excited about that. I can't wait for that to come in. But for this trade, I just got 4 cards. And I traded some 2020 score football cards that I had sitting around. So Yanni Gord, fan favorite. Team is so much better when he's on the ice. He missed the first. Paul Bexton will correct me if I'm wrong, but about 5 games recovering from an injury. They weren't supposed to see him at all until at least Thanksgiving, but he recovered so fast. Back on the ice, and since he's joined the team, they are noticeably better. So we're happy about Yanni Gord, and he's got a special place in my heart because, like I said, my first Kraken TTM. Grubauer had kind of a rough start to the season as the primary goalie. At one point, just about a week, maybe 10 days ago, his goals against average was over 4, and his save percentage was something like .830. But since then, he's had many good games, and they won 3 just since then. So we are happy that he's whatever got warmed up or snapped out of whatever funk he was in or whatever the problem was. But that's a great shot. Yikes. That's why they make the big bucks. Jordan Eberle, I thought this was a timely acquisition. First hat trick in team history. Just on Thursday. It was a really exciting game. Got to watch the whole thing. And I know it was a home game, so Paul was there. That must have been really cool. Paul, did you throw your hat down? I got to know. And I always wonder what they do with them after they collect them. Brandon Tana, the early fan favorite, plays like his hair is absolutely on fire. Has the nickname Turbo. It's not an accident. I did have one other of these that I sent out, TTM, and for whatever reason, there's like a corner up here that's like shorn off. It came out of the pack that way. And so now I got one that's a whole card, and hopefully I get TTM back from him. So there's my first trading card database trade. I have a couple hundred cards up there. My username is Worldwide Ed. If you want to like friend me or follow me or whatever, it's just a name that I picked when I started on eBay on January 24th, 1999, and I've used it for pretty much everything since. It's kind of, I don't know if it's I probably would change it if I could by now, but that's my other internet persona, and that is what it is. Okay, the set that I'm toying around with. I've been wanting a basketball project. I'm not super into basketball TTMs, mostly because I have so much other stuff going on. I do like getting some early 90s stuff when I can, just because I remember those players. But a while ago, this summer, I got the Spencer Haywood Sonics autograph. And I got really looking at this set closer and just really liking the design. So what I did was, we'll put that back there. I went out and got a lot just to get a better look at some of the other cards. And so what it is, so this is 1974-75. I was born in 74, so there's a little bit of a tie-in there to me personally. It's a mix of ABA and NBA players. And the posed shots have this really brilliant colored background, which I really like. I like the overall layout of the card, the large team name, just the fonts they used. I really like everything about it. If it's an action shot, a true action shot, they did not do the colored background. So there's a mix of, you know, like I said, ABA and NBA players. And there's no cards in the set that would put the completion out of reach for me. There's a Dr. J, the Bill Walton rookie, you know, that'd be more expensive. Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, you know, stars of the day. But nothing in the set that's like, okay, you know, like trying to find a 52 mantle or something like that. So, Freddie Lewis of the Sounds, Larry Jones, and these are all posed shots, I think, in this lot. Corky Calhoun. I got two of those. This one's got fish eyes, and it's got some gunk. One of them had gunk on the back. No, that must have been something else. The back is cool, too. A little cartoon. Corky usually guards the opponent's best forward. And there you see a rather exhausted-looking player. That looks nothing like Corky Calhoun. Either way. Jim Barnett, they couldn't bother getting a Jazz uniform for him, or maybe he was traded and they airbrushed off whatever he was wearing there. Steve Mix, Larry Miller, also with no logos. And the best card in the lot, a baby-faced Coach Carl. And this is why I picked this particular lot. Because if I decided not to go for the set, at the very least, I had this card of Coach Carl, which is great. On the Spurs. Oh, my. George made a tour of China with the U.S. team in 1975. I'll let you decide if we could print this card today. I suspect you might agree that we would not be able to, but it exists in this world. Be that as it may, I think I probably will put that set together. It's not something that I need to race through, but I do want to have basketball stuff to work on. And there's Sonics cards in the set, obviously, because of the Haywood. So there's a lot of tie-ins there, and like I said, my birth year again. Okay, TTMs. It only took us 9 minutes to get this far. For those of you that are remaining, we have reached the TTM portion of our video today. First up is a 3 of 2. That's right. I got a throw in. And this one is for the Brandon Wins TTM contest, which is the worst named TTM contest of all time. I think this is only my like 5th or 6th return, so it's not very likely I'll be winning that thing because I think I'm running out of steam. But I got Henry Ellard, like I said, 3 of 2 because he threw in this 85 Topps. And then I have him for this action pack set that I do. So happy to get those. Ellard was a 3-time Pro Bowler, 1,000 yards receiving 7 times. 7 times 1,000 yards. Played 16 years for the Rams, the Washington Football Club, and the Patriots. I got looking at his stats, and one of his average receiving yards was almost 20. 20 per reception. So he was just catching straight up bombs. This will go to the TTM giveaway stack the next time we do that. Maybe we'll squeeze that in there with a teacher mug. This next one is a 3 of 3 care of home, 154 days. A little bit longer of a wait for Pete Metzelars. 3 of 3. There he is on a Stadium Club and Ultra. And this is his rookie card. Well, he played 16 years for Buffalo, Seattle, Detroit, and Carolina. And was drafted and started playing in the early 80s, but didn't have his first card until the, whatever this is, 87. So he played 5 years before he even got a card. He wasn't really a starter. Played as first team and drafted by the Seahawks. There are no Seahawks cards of him. Otherwise, I certainly would have sent one. But I'm going to give away this rookie card because everyone gets so crazy excited about a rookie card. And to me, they're just like regular cards that just happen to be the first card. So I am going to give the rookie card away in the next giveaway. On to hockey. This one went to Canada. Still only took 45 days. 2 of 2, Jamie Leach. Played 7 years for the Penguins, the Whalers, and the Panthers a little bit toward the end of his career. Not a super notable career, but like I always say, he did better than I did. So happy to get Jamie Leach back. And that went all the way to Canada and back. I even had a Canadian stamp on it. That's how dedicated I was. Next one is a, what do we got? 3 of 3, care of home, 64 days. And it is J. Hawk Owens, whose real name is Claude J. Hawk Owens. He's part Cherokee. And when the media caught on to his middle name being Jayhawk, they said, that's what we're going to call you. Prior to that, he just went by Jay. But he was on that inaugural Rockies team as a catcher. Played 4 years with the Rockies. And, yeah, Jayhawk Owens. So 3 for 3. I'll keep the Stadium Club and probably the score. And Collector's Choice. Shout out to House of Cards. We'll go back there in the giveaway stack. Also, I think I probably only need one Jamie Leach. I like the tops. Last year, we couldn't even do our giveaway because we didn't have enough cards. Last month, rather. This month, we're off to a better start. I saved what I feel is the best for last. Earlier this week, like I said, I got Yanni Gourde as my first Kraken TTM. And then I got one other, Jeremy Lazon. And today I got my third. And this is one of my favorite players. So it was 2 of 2, care of Climate Pledge Arena, where the Kraken play. 19 days, Jamie Oleksiak. And I like Jamie Oleksiak for a lot of reasons. So he's wearing 24, which is always one of my favorite athlete numbers. You think of Griffey and Willie Mays and some of the greats that wore 24. And he's the literal giant, 6'7", 255. Defenseman, so he's not going to get as many points as some forwards, but he does have 4 points already. And I just like him because he's just impossible to miss when he's on the ice. He plays hard. He's good hockey player. I'm glad he's a Kraken. If you are familiar with, if you're really into the Olympics, his sister Penny is the most decorated Canadian Olympic athlete of all time. She has 7 medals, and she's 21 years old. So she could certainly put together a few more. That's it for today. We did a little bit of everything. We looked at a potential new set. We got a trade. We got some really cool TTMs. I think I have 5 Kraken autographs in hand now, different players. I've got 3 on the way. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.